In many ways, the 1950s has been somewhat overshadowed by the swinging 60s. It's often seen as dull and dismissive in comparison, but taking a trip down memory lane at this exhibition may just shake things up a little.
What we wanted to do with this show was really demolish myths about the 1950s, that it was a drab decade full of, sepia-clad people. It was full of rationing. Yes, rationing did continue to 1954, but really by the mid-50s, Britain was becoming colourful, confident, wealthier, and really importantly, design was affecting every element of British society. Two reasons, I think, why the 50s is so important for us. It is the decade that sets the tone for visual culture, that really creates modern Britain. But also, looking back, it was a time when British design led the world, when we exported designs from everything from swimwear to motor cars, partly because the European economies were still getting off their knees after the war. The American economy was still meeting domestic demand there. British design, with top-class artists and designers involved, really was a global phenomenon, one that perhaps we're trying to emulate today.
I've been walking around for a while now, and it's safe to say that you could get lost in this place. Each and every room is full to the brim with nostalgia, from paintings, pictures, posters, 1950s magazines, and there's literature dotted around everywhere to help jog the memory, or for youngsters like myself to help trace back the roots of things. But of all the things in there, there's one item that's hoping to be a real head-turner.
The Royal Caravan was made in 1955. It was made specifically for the young Prince Charles and the young Princess Anne. It's got its original interiors restored, as I say, a few years ago. It's not the sort of thing, obviously, that the average British family could afford, but it's a wonderful look at 50s design. And every element of the very simple interior has been immaculately thought out, immaculately designed.
Many of the items here were made locally at a time when the West Midlands served as the manufacturing hub of Britain. So it's not just national pride that's on display, it's regional. Roshni Patel for Big News in Warwickshire.